Verify whether the electronically commutated motor blower control module is faulty rather than the motor itself by isolating control signals, power inputs, and motor windings. Start by cutting power and visually inspecting connectors and the module for burnt components or loose pins, then measure the stator winding resistances with a digital multimeter set to the low ohms range. Compare readings to the manufacturer specified values because significantly higher or open readings point to motor winding failure, while near specification values suggest the module could be at fault. With power restored and safety precautions in place, confirm that the module receives the correct incoming direct current supply and any required control voltages from the system control board by measuring for steady supply voltage at the module input while the system is calling for blower operation. Check the module outputs for pulse width modulated drive signals or three-phase outputs depending on the motor design using an oscilloscope or a quality meter capable of reading switching waveforms so you can see whether the module is commanding the motor under different speed commands. If you have access to an electrically commutated motor test tool such as Techmate Pro, use it to directly command the motor while bypassing the module so that the motor is driven from the tool and not the module. If the motor runs normally under direct tool, control the module is implicated. Also monitor motor current draw during both module-driven and tool-driven tests. An abnormally high current when the motor is driven by the module, but normal current when driven by the tool can indicate module modulation faults or shorted output stages in the module. Always document each measured value and compare to published tolerances to make an evidence-based decision and avoid replacing the motor unnecessarily. Common mistakes include assuming a failed motor based solely on no rotation without testing windings first, which leads to unnecessary expensive motor replacement. Fix this by always measuring winding resistances and insulation before ordering parts. Another issue is not verifying correct input power and control signals to the module, causing technicians to replace the module when a control board or blown fuse is the real problem. Remedy this by tracing and measuring incoming voltages and verifying system call signals prior to replacing the module. A third frequent error is skipping a direct motor bypass test with a tool like Techmate Pro and therefore misattributing intermittent faults to the motor. Resolve this by performing a controlled direct drive test and comparing current, speed, and noise against baseline specifications. BigHomeProjects.com connects homeowners with local contractors and provides resources tailored to electrical and mechanical troubleshooting, so we can help you find people experienced with electrically commutated motor systems. We also host an active discussion community where we share test tips and procedural checklists, and where contractors can find work leads and offer practical advice.